Hello my Scrappy friends, it is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters and thank you for joining me for a Kitaholic Kits design team layout as well as day number 28 for Scraptember. So today's prompt is to use a sketch and it is this fabulous sketch designed by our co-host Laura Alberts from Taking the Scenic Route. So you can see that I've got the sketch over in the right hand corner. It will stay there throughout today's tutorial or today's process video I should say, just so you can see what I'm working from and where I'm sort of drawing that inspiration. So for this layout, the Kitaholic Kits came with this fun sheet of paper with already square cut aparts. So I used half of that sheet as just the full 12 by 12. That's the black spotty paper that I'm sticking on top of now. And the other half of it is the cut aparts and I cut them apart. And I just trimmed them down a little bit so that when I stick them on, there's room for a little bit of a border from that black paper to show through. I distressed all their edges just to give them a little bit of texture and a little bit of pop. You possibly could stitch these as well. I didn't actually think of it at the time, but I think that would make a really fun texture element to it too. So I've gone ahead and done all that, and I absolutely could leave those as they are. I think that complements Laura Albert's sketch perfectly, but I decide, of course, they need a little bit more. So I'm going to get some of the Paige Evans florals from the Splendid collection and add those on as well. These are such fun florals. The colors are so bright and beautiful. I really like those. So just adding a few of those, either flat down or popping them up on foam. I just like the dimension that having the different layers gives as well. I did realize that my leaf is sticking a little bit too far out, so luckily that wasn't too adhered down and I was able to move that. So popping that one up there, I had originally thought that I would put the next floral cluster straight down, because if you look at the sketch, there's a love heart on orange paper in the top left hand corner and there's a love heart on orange paper in the bottom left hand corner. So I was thinking I would mirror my sketches, mirror the sketch and do the same thing with my florals and put a floral in the top left hand corner and the floral in the bottom left hand corner. But I just last minute decided that visually I would rather they be opposite. So I switched out the pieces, the little square cut apart piece, to be able to put the floral on the other side because I wanted to cover up that word thank you and I didn't want to cover up the text of the other one. I hope that made sense. So now I again am just drawing on that sketch. I've put my two photos together. I've put a little strip of paper under the top, which is like what is in the sketch, and I'm going to pop all of that up on foam. I am also then going to add a little bit more to the top of that sketch, to the top of the photos, my goodness, my words today, to the top of the photos, just to add a little bit more of that gorgeous blue colour that's coming in from the cut aparts, and it's also just a little bit of fun. So I'm popping those bulldog clips on, and they are from the Sweet Rush, I believe, but definitely Vicky Booten chipboard. So popping those in, need a little bit of foam behind them just to support those as well. Then on the sketch it says long title. I kind of do a long title. I don't know what the definition of a long title is. Usually I like to think, I think we've said before in the past, like it's like, 6 words or something. It doesn't really matter, guys. Please don't let that bother you. But I'm just going to go with You Are My Sunshine because it works for this layout. And the word sunshine is fussy cut off the Paige Evans titles sheet. She's got a sheet of pattern paper that has a whole bunch of titles written across them. They say things like wonderful, fabulous, a good day, and if you watch day 8 you'll see I'd already used that, and I've used actually a couple of the other ones as well. And then this one had sunshine, so I'm using that. So even though it's not necessarily a long title, it's a big title, so it definitely has that same impact that a long title might have, which is super fun. I was umming and ahhing whether to stick those up on foam, but I decided to go ahead and stick them flat because I couldn't fit the whole thing without going quite a little bit underneath that floral cluster, and I thought, well, if I'm sticking under the cluster, I need it to be flat. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick those flat to the page try and sort of center them as best I can. And then that is about all. So I'm going to mention to you now, don't forget about that playlist that's in the description box down below. I'm sure by now, day 28, you are well on top of that and have been checking out and following along with that playlist to watch not only our co-hosts Laura Alberts from Taking the Scenic Route and Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, but you are also checking out all the other amazing people who are joining in with Scraptember this year, and they are adding their videos to the playlist as well, which we need. Like this series is only as great as the people who participate. So we are so lucky to have so many fabulous people that join in throughout the month, and hopefully you're playing along at home as well and just chipping away at any of these prompts that really interest you, because let's be honest, the whole point is to get us scrapping, to motivate us and just be a bit of fun. So I'm going to put one more floral cluster on just here next to my photos and my title, and then of course splatters, and I'm going to call this one done. So I hope you have enjoyed watching and playing along. Oh, I do have a, sorry, I forgot, silly me. I decided it needed a little bit more. So I am going to grab a few more of those chipboard arrows off the chipboard sheet as well, and just pop one into each of the clusters there, just because why not? Can never have too much, hey? So yeah, that's where we're at. Now I'm going to call this one done and pop on some splatters, and then we will go into some close-ups. So super fun. So today I used the Chamel letters You Are My in silver, so I'm splattering on in silver, and it is super cool. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this process video. Day number 28. There is only one more video from me coming up. I hope you are enjoying, and I will see you on the 30th. Thanks, everyone, and I will see you soon. Bye.